I have to admit the truth. Figuring out this question is like convincing a toddler to share their toys. It requires a delicate balance of persuasion, some strategic thinking, and most likely few moments of pure chaos. Speaking about chaos, here in this question, we need to figure out two answers instead of just one answer. Let's look at the specifics. You're presented with 3 by 3 matrix. Matrix has numbers inside. The numbers in the first row are 32, 17, and 63. In the second row, numbers are 25, 64, and 81. And in the third row, there is only one number, and 2 numbers are missing, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 181. Choice B, 144 and 100. Choice C, 64 and 36. And last but not least, choice D, 25 and 100. If you think that convincing toddler to share their toys is easier, think again. Don't get discouraged here. We support each other in this channel, and I have full confidence that you can solve it. Just make sure to give yourself enough time to solve this particular challenge. Are you ready? Because I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. If you haven't noticed, staying open-minded is something we teach you on this channel. And the key consideration here is that information might be misleading. I presented the data as rows 1, 2, and 3, but the calculations are happening in the columns 1, 2, and 3. You always need to consider that possibility. You also need to consider that layered calculations could be involved. Layered would mean that one calculation would be happening after another. For example, you can have addition as well as squared. And in fact, the calculations are organized in columns here. And the sum of numbers squared in the top row leads to the calculated value in the next row. Let's look at the example in the first column. 3 plus 2 squared equals 5 squared and equals 25. 2 plus 5 squared equals 7 squared and equals 49. In the second column, the values are calculated as 1 plus 7 squared equals 8 squared and equals 64. 6 plus 4 squared equals 10 squared and equals 100. And if you haven't noticed, we just calculated the first missing value, 100. So let's jump to the third row. In the third row, the calculations are 6 plus 3 squared plus 9 squared equals 81. And the missing value in the third row is calculated as 8 plus 1 squared equals 9 squared and equals 81. Pay attention and notice that the third column has 2 numbers, 81. Make sure you verify your calculation and avoid confusion. So the correct answer here is choice A, 181. Brace yourself for a question that's a little tougher than deciding what to watch on Netflix. No pressure though. You need to calculate the original price of the item, which was discounted by 20%, and the new price of the item is $72. Make sure you calculate it and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, $90. Choice B, $93. Choice C, $96. And last but not least, choice D, $99. Well, let me give you a hint. If you think you know all the marketing tricks, and you think that all original prices are $99, you might be up for a surprise. Because of this, let's embark on this mental journey together. I promise you no spoilers, just the mathematical twists and turns to keep us on our toes. The key to solving this challenge is to understand percentages. You need to recognize that a discount of 20% means that the price is 80% of the original. Let's set up an equation to represent the relationship between the original price, the discounted percentage, and the final price. There are 2 types of equations that you can set up, or maybe more. Maybe you can think of some more and share them in comments. The first one I created is x, which is the original price, minus 0.2 multiplied by x equals 72. Second equation might be 0.8x equals 72. To solve this equation and calculate x, we need to divide 72 by 0.8. So the final answer is $90. The tip I would like to leave you with is always double-check your solution by plugging in the original price back into the problem to ensure it satisfies all given conditions. Let's do it together. Because our answer is 90, let's verify it. 90 minus 90 multiplied by 0.2 equals 90 minus 18, which equals 72. So the correct answer here is choice A, 90. It's time to grab your favorite thinking snack, preferably not too crunchy though, as we're trying to focus here, because we're about to tackle a question that is challenging as resting to urge to eat the cookies. You're presented with 5 squares, and 6 square is missing. Obviously, there's a pattern here, and once you determine the pattern, you need to select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. I think I'm ready to share with you my answer. But remember, as we embark on this intellectual adventure, remember sharing answers is caring. But I'll totally understand if you want to keep your genius strategy as a secret and not share it in comments. To better understand the answer, let's add 3 columns. Columns 1, 2, and 3. What you probably already know by now is that the picture in the 3rd column, column 3, is a result of the combination of merging the first 2 columns, columns 1 and 2. There are 2 merging rules applied here. Let's start with the small square in the first row in the upper left corner. The small square is darker color. In the 2nd column, the small square is also dark. So when we merge dark color and dark color, we end up with the white color. And the second merging rule is that if colors for the locations are different, it becomes a darker color. To answer the question, knowing these rules, all you need to do is switch to the row 2 and determine the combination for the column 3. So the correct answer here is choice C, which is a result of the combining small squares in 2nd row for columns 1 and 2. Believe it or not, but deciphering this question feels like trying to understand cats' mood swings. Complicated and probably impossible. But in this channel, we support each other and have full confidence that you will persevere in this challenging task. You're presented with 3 by 3 matrix. The matrix has numbers inside. The numbers are 3, 4, and then comes the missing number, followed by 6, 12, and 20, followed by 12, 36, and 80. You need to select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 3. Choice B, 4. Choice C, 7. And last but not least, choice D, 5. What makes this question interesting is the fact that it's a little unusual from the other ones. I'll explain it later, but for now, just focus on solving it. Give yourself enough time to come up with the solution. Are you ready? I'm going to continue this adventure, and if you have an idea of how to understand cats' mood swings, or maybe have better ideas how to solve this question, make sure to post in comments. Remember I told you about unusual way of solving this question. Typically, missing number is calculated number, but in this case, missing number is one of the source numbers used for the calculations. The good thing is once you consider this, the pattern here is very simple. The left column number is multiplied by an increment and equals middle column number. And then middle column number multiplied by an increment equals the right column number. Increment is set per row. For example, for the top row, the increment is 2. For the middle row, the increment is 3. And for the bottom row, the increment is 4. Let's look at the calculations to better understand this example. Let's look at the first row. We have numbers 3, 6, and 12. 3 multiplied by 2, which is an increment, equals 6. Then 6 multiplied by 2 equals 12. For the middle row, the calculations are 4 multiplied by 3, which is the increment for the middle row, equals 12. 12 multiplied by 3 equals 36. And for the last row, we have our missing number, which is 5. 5 multiplied by 4 equals 20, and 20 multiplied by 4 equals 80. So the correct answer here is choice D, 5. Do you know what time is it? It's time for your solo quest through this maze of the intellect. And keyword here is solo. Solving this question, though, is like navigating through the maze blindfold, challenging, a bit disorienting, and probably not recommended. You're presented with the sequence of numbers, and you need to calculate the missing number. The numbers you see are 14, 17, 28, 11, 41, 71, 82, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 95. Choice B, 72. Choice C, 11. And last but not least, choice D, 10. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Once you solve this challenge independently and conquer the maze, you need to share your victorious solution in comments. I am eager to review them and provide you with my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck solving this challenge. With this question, get ready for the mental marathon. Solving this puzzle is a little longer than the wait for your pizza delivery, but you will enjoy it as much as the freshly made pizza. You're presented with the sequence of numbers. The numbers are 21, 35, 41, 59, 61, 83, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 81. Choice B, 85. Choice C, 87. And last but not least, choice D, 89. Inspect it with precision to uncover the hidden answer. Give yourself enough time to make sure you can solve the challenge. Are you ready? Let's dive in and unravel this challenge together. I'll share with you my solution, and if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. What's interesting about this problem is that all numbers you see on the screen are multiples of 11, with 2 different arithmetic operations applied based on the sequence. Let's look at the existing items to better understand the sequence. For example, the first number is calculated as 11 multiplied by 2 minus 1, which equals 21. The second number is calculated as 11 multiplied by 3 plus 2, which equals 33 plus 2, which equals 35. The first number is 11 by 4 minus 3 equals 41. Then comes 11 multiplied by 5 plus 4 equals 59. Then we multiply 11 by 6 and subtract 5, and the result equals 61. 11 by 7 plus 6 equals 83, and the missing number is calculated as 11 multiplied by 8 minus 7, which is 88 minus 7, which is 81. So the correct answer here is choice A, 81. With this question, prepare yourself for a cognitive challenge that promises to engage your intellect more than a challenging crossword puzzle. It's a mental marathon, and your brain is a star athlete here. You're presented with 4 circles. 3 circles has numbers. The numbers are 125, 49, 146, and then comes the missing number that you need to calculate. Let me point your attention to one factor that may or may not be important. The circles are connected with the lines. I will let you decide on the importance of this factor yourself. After you determine the calculation strategy, you need to select your final answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 56. Choice B, 64. Choice C, 81. And last but not least, choice D, 92. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Make sure to give yourself enough time, as the answer may not be obvious. Are you ready? Let's move forward and dive into the details of this cognitive puzzle together. Since we all think differently, afterward, feel free to share your solution in comment section as well, so we can all learn. Typically, when we see the number, we think of the number as a whole, but not in this particular question. In this question, the pattern is very unique. You need to use the digits in the left circle to create a subtraction expression. Calculated value of this expression is squared to calculate the value on the right. Let's look at the examples. For example, in the first row, we see numbers 125 on the left and number 49 on the right. But instead of treating 125 as a single whole number, we need to create an expression, 12 minus 5, which would be equal to 7, and 7 squared equals 49, which is exactly the number on the right. The tip here for you is when you see similar questions on a real test, consider breaking down numbers into smaller digits and doing mental math calculations with these digits. To calculate the missing value, let's look at the numbers 146 on the left and number 64 on the right. From 146, let's build an expression. 14 minus 6 equals 8, and 8 squared equals 64. So the correct answer here is choice B, 64. I love this question because it is used very frequently to test your analytical skills and business math skills. You're presented with three expressions. The first expression is candy multiplied by sun equals 15. Second expression is candy plus 4 equals 9. And third and last expression is 12 equals sun multiplied by question mark. And you need to find this question mark and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 2. Choice B, 3. Choice C, 4. And choice D, 5. Take a close look, maybe pause this video to see if you can come up with the solution. Are you ready? I think you might benefit from a quick hint, and my hint to you would be take a look at the middle expression. Are you ready now? Let's move forward, and I'll share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. This set of expressions looks unsolvable, but in reality, if we start with the middle expression, we can actually solve it. Let me demonstrate. Let's start with the expression candy plus 4 equals 9. Believe it or not, but we can actually calculate it. Candy would be equal 9 minus 4, and we can calculate the value for candy, which would be equal to 5. Now, knowing the value of candy, let's focus on the top expression. Candy plus sun equals 15. We know that the value of candy is 5, and when we substitute candy, it would be equal 5 multiplied by sun equals 15. So the calculated value for the sun would be 3. And now we can focus on the last expression. 12 equals sun multiplied by question mark. We know that the value of sun is 3, and we can substitute it, and the new expression will be 12 equals 3 multiplied by question mark. Question mark can be calculated by 12 divided by 3, so the end result would be answer C, 4. If you came up with the different answer, please post your answer and solution in comments. Are you ready for a cognitive acrobatics session to exercise your analytical skills? This puzzle is so mind-bending, it once confused a mathematician into thinking 2 plus 2 equals 2. You're presented with the series of equations. The first one is 1 plus 3 equals 4. The second one is 3 plus 5 equals 12. The third one is 5 plus 6 equals 23. And the fourth one is 7 plus 9, and this is where you need to calculate the missing number. Once calculated, make sure to select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 39. Choice B, 42. Choice C, 49. And last but not least, choice D, 56. Time to exercise those brain cells. This puzzle is more intricate than assembling Swedish furniture with vague instructions. Are you ready? Let's decipher it and celebrate our victorious aha moments together. I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. The most interesting thing about this challenge is the pattern. You need to add the result of the previous row calculations to the sum of the numbers in the left in the next row to calculate the result of the next row. Let's look at the examples to make it clear. For example, row 1's math totally makes sense. 1 plus 3 does equal 4. But when we look to row 2, 3 plus 5 does not equal to 12. And this is where we would need to add the result of the previous calculations. 4 to 3 plus 5, and then it does equal 12. I'm going to leave you with the important tip here. To solve these types of puzzles, you need to think creatively out of the box and consider that the calculations may not always be standard math calculations in the way they appear. Let's continue going through the examples. To calculate the value of row 3, we need to bring the result of the row 2 calculations 12, then add 5, then add 6, and the result would be 23. So for the missing value, row 4, the result will be 23 plus 7 plus 9, which would be equal to 39. So the correct answer here is choice A, 39. You know, I'm a little bit tired of talking, so I'd like to give you an opportunity to shine. This question is for you to show your skills. I don't want to discourage you, but this test question is a little bit more complex than convincing your cat that the red dot is not the actual enemy. But I have full confidence that you can outsmart the laser pointer of perplexity. Let's get to the question. You're presented with 3 unusually but cool-looking shapes. These shapes have numbers on the outside and letter inside. The numbers are, in the first shape, 1, 2, and 3, and the letter inside is X. In the second shape, the numbers are 4, 5, and 6, and the letter inside is N. In the third shape, the numbers are 7, 8, and 9, and the letter inside is missing. And this is something that you need to select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, Q. Choice B, R. Choice C, S. And last but not least, choice D, T. Remember, you need to embark on this mission solo. Once you've conquered the challenge, share your triumph in comments for a lively discussion. I am eager to hear your amazing solution. Make sure to post your answer in comments, and I will be there to share my feedback. Thanks for participating, and good luck solving the challenge. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.